Hello, it is I, Dr. Brian Lorgon 111, and welcome back to Jelly is Sticky, where last time we finished most of the machine difficulty puzzles, and today I'd like to look at some new ones, so Gemini difficult puzzles. Alright, and we're surrounded once again by eyeballs, but they appear to be just decorative, giving the theme of the puzzles, so lots of eyeballs. Days. Alright, I have to move right first. I eventually need to get here and move down or up, but first we have to do something else. Okay, so I have to manipulate my way through the maze somehow, somewhere, something. If I were to go left here, I wouldn't be able to make a good rightward move next to go up and down, so I think what I want to do... Actually, what I think I want to do is to go here, and then go back, and then go down here, and come back like this, and always move to somewhere where I can then move right and then up or down. So here's somewhere where I can take a step to the right and then move down. Here's somewhere where I can take a step to the right and then move down. Here, I suppose, is somewhere where I could take a step to the right. I haven't gone left yet. Hold on. So yeah, left, right, down, left, right, up. Okay. So that's just a particular constraint of maze. That one was pretty easy. Always nice to start with an easy one. Give myself a boost of confidence. So... if I go down and right and left, and down and right and left, and down and right and left, I'll have gotten through here, but now I have to change tack because of the shape of the lava. So what if I go down and up and right and down and up and left and up and right and down and right and left and down and right and left and down, and now I can go right, left, up. Left is not quite right. I can go right and then left. There we go. Okay, that one was also straightforward. Just keep your eyes in three places, and it's just that simple, really. Alright, traffic. Oh my goodness. This reminds me a little bit of the game... what's the game with the cars that move horizontally and vertically? That there was also an example of the exact same thing in Baba Is You, pretty much. I can't think of the name of the game right now. But this one has kind of a... it's not a tight grid. Okay, I see that I could move down or up and make some progress. Down especially creates a way for me to now move the guy near the bottom left down. What am I eventually trying to do? I'm trying to get... yeah. I still can't think of the name of this traffic game that I would really like to name. It'll come to me at some point, perhaps. So now I can do this, which enables me to move upward. I'm just kind of playing by feel here. No, now I can do this, which enables me to do that. Is that down far enough? Yes, that this car can now move over here. So I'm trying to get the one in the second long horizontal row across, and I just managed to move it somewhat to the right for the first time. And now I guess we want to try to move it even farther to the right, and we succeed. Hooray! Traffic light is not right. What was the name of that car game? I still can't think of it. Someone will have it in the comments, I'm sure. Rush Hour. Rush Hour? I think it's Rush Hour. Maybe. That was the name of a movie. Was that also the name of the game? Someone will tell me. Great! Okay, so far these have been not at all bad. I am pleased to say. Okay. And then it all changed. I suppose I can change our, like, parity or different things in various ways, and so what I want is probably for you to be only one above me. That's still not gonna quite work. No, but then you can go up here and then right here and down here. But anytime you move down, I will also be moving down, which means I want it to be here while you're trying to move down. So I want to get us just... how do I get us one apart horizontally? Is that even possible? Yes, because here, we are one apart horizontally, which means now I can move down, and Grape comes with me over here. Great, okay. And that might have been all I needed to do, and the rest is going to be trivial. That was all I needed to do, and the rest is trivial. Terrific. We were a successful moving team. Nozzle. I am going to lose some pals, perhaps up to 6 of them, as I move this across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Can I get the friends back in the correct orders? That actually seems probably impossible given the way that I stick to them. Because sure, I could do that, but then I don't have anything to press against in order to reshape myself. And pretty much anywhere I started picking guys up, they'd be in the wrong shape. So there's probably a different way that I need to do this. If I only scraped guys off of the outside of me, which might involve different bits of lava, I've already lost 3. I can only lose 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Can I fit through here now? No, I still can't. So there is a largest... Ooh, I think I am going to have to slice myself. Okay. What if I were to... take off those. And even that one... So I've already lost 4. 5... 6. And no, okay, I'm always going to have like this W-shaped stair step if I'm going down, and then also something related to that. Okay, so the W... With the W, I don't have enough of them. However, I think this is a shape that is rather accommodating to what I eventually need to do. Yeah, it feels like I would be able to make the shape that I wanted. So I just need to preserve one more of that W, which I totally see how to do. Namely... I saved one more of the W, and it's far enough away that I think I can do that. Oh, except for the way that I organize this, I'm not sure that I can pick up these pieces because I need to attack them from the right. So... otherwise, that felt good. But if I need to get into the right of some of these pieces, I probably need you there and you here, and then I can attack these guys. Oh, I created an internal hole that I cannot fill. So internal hole equals no good. Yeah, that's actually a big problem, even just with this shape. How would I ever get one in here? Because it would have already stuck to this. So this shape is incorrect, so I need to do something similar, but not quite that, apparently. Here we go. This time I got 6 like this, and that feels a whole lot better. I do believe. I do believe. I can do this, and let's imagine I'll find a way that I'll be able to pick that one up, which I think I can. As I carefully get all these guys back together. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We did it. Perfect. Great. I'm down here. Let's just continue from here. Coco no Pagas. 9, 15, 19, 26. I am 36, so 10 of me can be cut away. I need to divide myself into portions. Furthermore, there are only 4 sets of eyeballs. And so I probably need each eyeball to be in a different portion so that I can steer them independently. Without thinking too hard, one of the shapes I need... Oops. Actually, that's not bad. One of the shapes I need looks like that. And another of the shapes I need... let's do this, actually. I've made 2 of the shapes. There they are. Great. Can I now make the other 2 shapes with what remains? No. Okay, that's interesting. I would still need something 3 wide. And yet I've used up all the 3 wide, so what's the story that I'm not thinking of? The story I'm not thinking of is... No, I've chopped too much stuff. Okay. Something is not being thought of by me, and I'm not sure what. Is there a way... Like, after having done this, I filled those exactly, and now here's my 4, and here is a 6, and then, like, one of these would have to somehow get preserved and then be, like, a separate thing I could push around. That's not possible. Okay, that's not possible with the slicing that I did, so I need to do a different slicing. So, assuming that we're still chopping the big guy out of the bottom right, maybe what I need to do now is chop this guy out of here. This feels like it has some promise to me. Well, this still doesn't work. Okay, I'd have to... Okay. The shape was wrong for the filling the top right hole, but I see a different way to do it. Basically the vertical mirror image of what I was just doing. And so if I did this, then... Is there any convenient way to... There we go. Okay, you've gone over in there. Kind of. Oh no! I have squeezed these guys together in a way that's going to make them impossible to get apart. So... let's instead... Maybe I need to go ahead and chop... Wait a minute, something's still not right. This guy can go here, this guy can go here, this guy could go here. I still don't have the 3 wide thing I need over here. How am I getting another 3 wide thing? I think I'm cutting off too much with the lava, and there's a way... Yeah, here's what I've not considered. I don't need to chop the little bit that's right below... Okay, I think I'm going to do it a different way now, too. I don't need to chop the bit just to the north of me, because I could just chop this. And now I've already freed the bottom right guy to move independently. And I have preserved this one coconut that previously I had chopped through. And that's going to be the key coconut bit, I believe. Okay, but I do need to chop these two. Then I can shear you guys off. Yeah, and now I've got the exact shape that I need for the top two. Okay. So this is all fine. And now they just slot into there. Great. Okay. So... I think I pretty much explained that fine. The two prisoners. One prisoner is Strawberry. One prisoner is Grape. Who will be the hero that rescues them? Or will they need to rescue each other? Find out on the next exciting episode of Jelly is Sticky. Coming up in 2 seconds. Welcome back. Sometimes you start talking and it's just like, well, now I gotta finish the bit. So I feel like once I'm here, maybe I can get some type of leverage. Where's the leverage coming from here? There's a bit of leverage, okay. And now Strawberry has gotten free of Strawberry's cell. Strawberry will probably need to use a piece of coconut to help free Grape, I'm guessing. Grape might want to get into the center, and then Strawberry... How can Grape ever get freed? Those are very tightly packed together. Let's just have Strawberry start pushing on the outside when possible. So let's see. Some things are easier said than done. Here we go. Strawberry pushed the whole thing down there while Blue was floating in the center, so pushing down doesn't help. And pushing on the outside doesn't help. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of see, I guess, just for completeness, if I push from this angle. So, oh, that does help. That helps a whole lot, as a matter of fact. Because now Grape is like, I'm free! Just how free is still a matter of judgment. No, that's fine. Alright, Strawberry, you stay on the right-hand side. And then Grape, let's find a way for everybody to enjoy their best life. I guess there's many ways. I don't need to worry about it too hard. Okay. Everybody's free. Everybody's happy. Everything is perfect. Let's move on to Forbidden Corner. My goodness. Okay. So I presume... Yeah, I'm going to need to create leverage in order to be able to move left Strawberry far enough to the right and to the bottom in order to get where we're going. So let's attempt to do so. So for example, I can go left 2 and create a little bit of leverage. And then I could push these together and go left a bit more. And now I have plenty of leverage to walk all the way over here to the right. But now I also need to get to the south. And also I'm not sure that I wanted to get to the right just yet. Because if I want to get to the south, it's going to involve some leverage probably in this direction. So I got a couple of stair steps there. Oh, I just blocked up the eventual puzzle solution. So maybe I only want to use this. Does that get me far enough to the south? It does. Except for I didn't move myself to the right yet. So maybe I do want to go ahead and move myself to the right. Okay, so if I do this... and this... can I get to where I'm going? No, I am a little bit short. Suppose I had done it here. Well, I haven't changed the y-axis this time around. I need to change both axes. Huh. What was the initial configuration of the puzzle? It was like this. So, suppose I started like this then. I've gotten my downward stuff. However, now I can't get my rightward stuff because I would end up going and squishing the area that I need to solve the puzzle. Like if I do this. Like now I can't get to the targets of the puzzle. So... the question is, how can I go far enough to the south? And I note that I only need to go 2 squares farther to... oh, I only need to go 2 squares farther to the south. Well, I guess that answers it for me then. So if I do that... I need to do it the opposite order, though. Okay. I might almost be getting there. Alright, so. Grab this guy. I first need to get farther to the right. Is that correct? I believe it's correct. In order to get farther to the right, I'll do this. Now I'm capable of going farther to the right. But now I'm not going to be far enough to the right anymore. Yeah, now I'm not far enough to the right anymore. I'm off by 1. Which means I can only get to here. It's the forbidden corner. I can't touch it. Ah, I see what I needed to do. Swap them. Can I swap them? Yes. You should be here so that I can get farther this way. You should be here for getting farther this way. And now I should be able to get to the corner because I can go 1 more to the right. There we go. And then I can shear off some strawberry and reconnect and go to the corner. Okay, great. I needed to be 3 away from the left and 2 away from the top, and the 2 pieces were oriented such that I would try the other solution first and not be able to figure out why it didn't work until I figured it out. Forbidden strawberry. Again! I remember this one, and so I eventually need to get in here, but the problem is if I make that many number of consecutive rightward moves, I lose top guy, and losing top guy means losing the puzzle, because now I'm only getting on 2 of the 3 targets. So, in order to not have that happen, I need to somehow construct a little blockade-majigger so that I won't be able to move to the left here. He will be able to move to the left, and so I will be able to start offset 1 to the right of him. And so I need a piece of coconut sitting here. In order to get a piece of coconut sitting here that I could push a left against, how would I ever get any left leverage anywhere? I suppose the place to get the left leverage, I see it. Do I see it? Yes and no. Okay, here's left leverage. I can move to the left. Top guy moves to the left. I can't move to the left, so we're offsetting each other. If I could get the Z Tetris piece over here, it doesn't really help me enough. So I needed to do it the other way, I think. What if I start with the Z Tetris piece? Also, it's an S, not a Z. This seems much more plausible. Put this here. This is correct. However, in order to move, I don't have the room to move this, do I? I might be able to still. It would have been easier to get the L up at the top at the beginning, I think, so let's just go ahead and do that while we're not trying to do everything else at exactly the same moment in time. This one can just get out of the way down here. I can easily push it up and through whenever I want. This guy wants to get around this guy in the top section. Is that possible? If I ever want to be able to push him down again, that's as far as he can go in that direction. I've created a problem for myself. Let's ignore the fact that I am killing the guy up top, because I just want to see if the rest of this could work. No. These two pieces are too large to fit around one another in the top section. Could I have done this? That's what I needed to do. Could I have still gotten everything out? Yes. Okay, so ignoring the fact that the top guy is dead, I pushed this too far to the right. And I don't think that's recoverable. Could I have not pushed it that far to the right? Yes, I could have only pushed it that far to the right, and everything would still work out. So, that would have gone there, this would have gone here. I would have needed this in the top section as well, so this is why we didn't care that we'd already lost the other guy. Can I get this in the top section as well now? I can do it last, can't I? Because I... Yeah, this works. No, it doesn't. This works. It's a pain in the neck, but it works. So having constructed this, then I would be here, I would push back to the left. This guy up top who would be still alive would move one to the left of me, and then I'd be able to go grab the guy. Okay, so that's what we need to do. I did decide that it was possible to move the too wide coconut last, and so I just need to make sure I keep the other guy alive whilst I am doing the dance of getting these two pieces around one another. And so probably along the way, a thing I want to do is use some leverage here in order to move him back to the left so that he is in less danger. And having done so, hopefully the rest of it's just going to kind of solve itself. So yeah, I'm able to go over here now. We can push this one just barely out of the way over here. We can push this one just barely to where it needs to go over here. I did make a mistake a moment ago. I think I'd moved that guy possibly too far to the right. Okay, I did still have room. So then, this guy needs to move down. And I suppose while we're still in this position... Actually, could this guy come next? I think yes. I think this is perfectly valid. I want to move this guy back to the left so that he doesn't get whatevered, lavad. There we go. Okay, this is even better than what I had before. And now I walk over here, I attach to my strawberry. It's not better. No, it is better. Because I can just do that, reattach, and we solved it. Hooray! Alright, this one's going really well. Let's press our luck and do another one. 6 must live. I have 25. 6 is not that many. And they don't all have to live together. It could be like... just looking at the various shapes. Ooh. Looks kind of like I want... just looking at the ways that we can kind of like push through here. I'm going to end up with kind of a W-ish shape over here that would also be able to navigate through here. And if I ended up with like a Z tetraspace that was vertical like that, I'd also want like 2 separate eyeballs somehow. So it's almost like I want one scouting ahead and then a Z tetraspiece and then the rest of them following behind. So if I was trying to get like one scouting ahead... here comes kind of a giant Z Tetris piece. But let's imagine that this Z here is kind of my major Z that I'm trying to preserve. Except for I can't preserve it if I want to keep any of the upper right guys. Is it possible to solve it from here? This seems vaguely plausible. Nope, I changed my mind. Also, oh, the Z-shaped Tetris piece cannot get through here. I can only get a backwards L through here. Right, but the backwards L could turn into a frontwards L that's been flipped, and various other configurations because of that. Okay. So I need to keep 2 more of them alive. So rather than trying to think about shapes, I think in this run I will just think about maximizing number that are still alive. I am doing an even worse job at that. There's only 6 alive now, and we already know that these 6 can't get through. Okay, so I need to keep more guys alive at once. This only kills 1. This move only kills 4. This move only kills 2. But then I end up killing a bunch more anyway, and so I might as well kill 4 now. I'm also worried about the existence of this space, suggesting that maybe I do want some guys coming up through there. How would that even work, though? How would I ever get, like, guys going up through there? I mean, I guess I could, like, slice a couple off at the beginning. So there's, like, 2 guys who are scouting ahead bravely. However, they're scouting ahead in such a way that their followers will never be able to keep up. However, these 2 guys can navigate kind of like this. And imagine that there were 2 guys following behind them somewhere and 2 guys following behind them somewhere. I'm starting to see something maybe. So what about the upper right 2 guys? And then some other 2 guys. I'm not sure who yet. Maybe these guys and these guys? Is there any chance that all these guys can get through? No. Can 4 of these guys get together? Almost. So 2 and 2 offset like that. Yeah, there's nothing I could have pushed against before this, so only 3 of them would make it alive. Okay. So maybe it's like 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. So if I try to keep 2 guys alive there, and then there's one other guy just kind of to the bottom left of them that I'm going to try to keep alive at the moment. That was the wrong thing to do. And this is exactly what I did before. It's not exactly what I did before. It's pretty similar, though. Well, this was a different way to get a different set in, but once again, I ended up with just 3 of them in here. Is there a way for me to trim this in half? And I can't really... Can I? Can I trim a shape and then step back out into this area and push the eyeballs around in an interesting way? That might actually be a thing that I can do. So, for example, suppose I did like this at the beginning. I note that it is possible for me to then re-squish the eyeballs in a different shape. And so maybe that's interesting. Is it actually interesting? I don't know. But maybe. Yeah, I think that actually does... It feels like it has a lot of potential. I'm not sure exactly how it would work. But this is kind of a shape of eyeballs I didn't have before. But yeah, I do not have a good intuition for this puzzle. So I think I'll get at most 3 guys out of here, so there's my first 3. And then I'm going to try to get a different 3. Can I get those 3 next? No, I mean these... Yeah, there's just not enough space. That's interesting, though. I managed to get 4 of them. And that was with a shape that was kind of like this. And so I managed to walk all of... Oops. All of this. Right. If I imagine the original 6x6 overlaid on this somehow... Yeah, could I keep... like these 2 and then like also just a diagonal line of like 5 of them or something? Let's go back to the beginning. Suppose I'm just trying to preserve a diagonal line of dudes. So there's kind of the diagonal line. But then I'm going to split some of them like that. And then I don't mind if I lose those. Okay, this time I managed to get 5. And that was pretty straightforward. Let's just look at what I did again. I basically was just trimming the exact diagonal line. And so then, is there a way that I could have preserved another guy? And one possible way to preserve another guy is to realize at this point, if I was going to be trimming off these bottom guys... I guess there isn't a jagged edge on the left yet. Like, at some point, do I end up with a... There's, like, an interior hole. Like, at this point now... I could do this, for example. Is that interesting? I don't know that that's interesting at all, but it's just demonstrating a new type of thing that I could do. I think that actually hurt me rather than helped me. The upper left guys, I would like to push down on them, but I can't. And then they just died. So this is basically exactly what I did before. And so I chose to kill those 2. And I chose to kill these two. Oh, could I preserve both of these guys? Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Almost. I either lose the bottom guy there or the top guy there. So we're still at just 5. But now I'm realizing that I could have brought all of those guys through. So is there anybody else that could have been attached to this party somewhere and had a grand old time? And basically, I'm trying to look with my eyeballs at the outside edges of all these pieces and seeing if all of the outside edges are scraping against lava, and it feels like they are. So I don't see anywhere in the 5x5 bounding box of all these eyeballs where I could have safely placed another dude. However, to the bottom left of the lower left eyeball, if I could have had another eyeball over there. So is there a way that I can make an eyeball jut out? No, because I kind of started with a 5x5 here. And there was no way to reorient myself pushing if I already had that 5x5 bounding box. So the other possible place to push is as I'm moving guys into here, like pushing against this wall to reorient some of them at the very front, but at that point I've already made it through the puzzle with everybody. So what am I not seeing? Here's a 5 and a 2. I just lost one of them, but we still have 6 squares. I can go up. I think I got it. Hey, I got it. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what I did, but we're just going to call it a success. And yeah, call that entire episode a success, I think. How many would I need over there? 7 times 2 is 14. 10, 12. You know what? Let's go ahead and solve the coconuts too. Why not? We can come back and finish the other puzzles next time. But for now, I feel like we had so much success today that we might as well cap it off with a little bit of solving the big puzzle. And actually, now that I am speaking these words, I am curious, was this the last set of major puzzles? I think there's still one other major area left, perhaps. But let's take a look at that together before we call it a day. So if I do that, that lights up this. Yes, there is still another major set of puzzles, and if each of these gave me 3... And down here, I need like 3 and 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 3. Yes, I would need all 8, and so I only have 7 of them, so I can't solve the meta puzzle that's out here just yet. Alright, well, things to look forward to for next time. I'm going to say I hope, as always, that you all are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Jelly is Sticky. For now, bye-bye.